What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning into the channel. I really appreciate the views. Just wanted to get a good introduction video of all the cars that we're gonna have on the channel so far. Obviously there's gonna be a lot more in the future, but for now I'll just walk through everybody and hopefully introduce the two guys that are out of town because they decided to skip out. Alright, so I'm gonna tell you about two of the other guys that we're gonna have on the channel. One of them will be in videos just like me whenever he's home from work, and the other one will hopefully be behind this camera and be doing a lot better job than me at this crappy filming. But one of them, the guy that's gonna be in the videos with me, his name is Dylan, and he's got a couple cars here at the shop that I just wanted to show you guys. They're nothing crazy, but they will be a lot of fun when they're done. So here's one of them. This is his Mazda Speed 3. Ignore the wheels that are on it, they're way too nice for this car. I'm gonna ignore this hood scoop as well, but this is a Grand Touring car. It's got a couple things done to it, nothing crazy. The reason it's sitting here without a front bumper on is because there is an engine block in the shop that just came out of this car. Yeah. So we just did quite a bit of work to this thing. We had to put a whole new block, bottom end in it. So she'll be back up and ripping pretty quick here. We're just sorting out a clutch issue, but you guys will see this in future videos too. I don't know how long he plans on keeping this because he's buying another Mazda Speed 3, and yes, he's in love with these cars. He'll deny it, but he loves them. But he is buying another fully built Mazda Speed 3 that you guys will see on this channel. Absolutely, because that car is an animal. I love that car. Anyways, I'll show you the few things that this car has done to it. They're pretty minor, but it's enough to make it fun. So it's really a fun car. We got Cork Sport intake tube. Ignore this O'Reilly special here, but still stock intercooler. You guys won't be able to see it, but back there is a Cork Sport CST5 turbo. So just that and a tune, plenty to make this car a lot of fun, I tell you. So I know I mentioned the engine block from Dylan's Mazda Speed 3 was sitting in the shop, and it's unfortunate that we had to put a different block in it, but he's got plans for this one and we'll let you guys see that in the future for sure. But I just wanted to show you the damage that came from this one. It's pretty significant, so prepare your eyes. Here's the piston that it melted. As you can see, that is supposed to be circular. It is not. Completely melted all the way down it. That was in cylinder 3, and as you can see, there is a gaping hole and a lot of scarring in that cylinder. Not good at all. Very not good. A lot of carnage came from that thing, but at least he sent her off the way they're supposed to be sent off, right? Alright, so the next car that does belong to Dylan, I'm not sure if we'll be seeing a whole lot more of this specific one on the channel, but there is a possibility that he buys a shell and we transport the goodies out of this one into another one. So it'll be the same car, it'll just look different. And the nice wheels that are on that Speed over there, supposed to be on here. And they'll get there eventually, but this car's got a lot of work needs to be done to it before that. Unfortunately, this car was in an accident. He had owned it for a couple months before he wrecked it, but there's just some pretty major body damage to this shell right now, and I'm not sure if we're gonna fix it or if we are getting a different shell and, like I said, transporting the goodies out of this one into that one. But I'll show you some of the damage and I will show you the goodies because they're awesome. So obviously, this fender, very damaged. This is the new one that's on it, but the old one could not be used anymore. The old intercooler was junk, so we got a new one of those. Front bumper was junk. The fog lights were busted. And this rear quarter unfortunately hit a rock and was not in good shape at all. The rear bumper is still savable, so that is a plus. This is our major halt on this project right now, is this rear quarter, because I don't want to put it on there and I know he doesn't want to put it on there. So that's what we're working with on this car right now. But I will show you the goodies that are in this thing because it's well worth seeing. Shimoda front mount in here, which tells you that it is not a regular IS300 right away. And you can see, ignore the no air filter. Like I said, this is a big progress car. We got a lot to do to it yet, but he has got a pretty good sized turbo on here. In the 2JZ world, that's nothing crazy, but this is a 2JZ GTE out of a Supra, you guessed it, right from Japan. And like I say, this thing is beautiful. Love to see it in this car. So we didn't put this in here. The previous owners put this in here, but it's pretty good. It's a lot of fun. This car is a blast to ride in. I've never driven it, but God, it's crazy. So it does have an AR5 transmission in it, and I believe we put a rear diff out of a Subaru BRZ in it. Yeah, crazy enough, right? But like I say, this car or some form of this car will be on the channel, but I can't promise if it's going to be this shell or if it's going to be a different shell with the goodies. Anyways, figured I'd take a seat in the 67 Mustang that I have. Just give a quick walkthrough of it. I've had it for way too long. Way longer than I wanted this project to go for. But it's probably been about 6 or 7 years. And there's been a lot of work done and a lot of work to do yet. So in this car we have a 302. Don't be fooled by the air cleaner cover because it says high performance. I don't know about all that, but yeah, it's got a unknown cam in it, aluminum intake, a Holley 650 carb, and yeah, I'll flip around and show you guys. This is really the highlight of the whole thing. We got some tri-Y headers tucked way down in there. Don't know if you'll be able to see them. Beautiful pieces. Now this car has been in my life, like I said, longer than I had hoped for it to be. Really hoping the car would be done by now, but this is where we're at with it, you know, life happens. So it will start up and it will idle-ish, but someday we'll get somewhere with it and you guys will see that on the channel. Gonna move on to the next car, which is my daily driver. It is a 2014 Focus ST, and it's got some minor stuff done to it, but this car is a blast. I freaking love driving this car. It's very dirty right now. Got a bunch of bugs on the front because I live in the river bottoms, but yeah, this car's got some Team Dynamics wheels on it, H&R lowering springs. We got the ST3 interior, nice and juicy in there. So here's under the hood. Not much that you can see other than obviously this giant intake manifold that's not stock. And then we got the Cobb intake tube up here. And what you can't see is some ARP head studs, and we got mainly forge rods and pistons. We got a tile 38 mil external wastegate tucked back there. You can barely see it right there. And then we have tucked way down there a Garrett GTX 3071. Got some smoked out taillights on her. Got that MBRP catback exhaust. So the last car I'm going to be talking about today is actually our cameraman Nate. He probably won't be in videos to start off. He's more of a behind the scenes kind of guy, not big in front of the camera, but we will do a review on his car, or at least a showcase on it, because it's absolutely gorgeous. You'll see it in the edit at the beginning of the video. It is a red Hyundai Genesis. It's an R-Spec. It's on coilovers. Yeah, you might think it's on bags because of how low it is, but it's on coilovers, so it's a fun ride. But it's got a downpipe and an exhaust, so nothing crazy, but it's fun enough. Definitely for him, it's his first manual car, so he has a really good time in it. It's a looker. It is a looker, that's for sure. More than this thing, I will tell you. This one, not so much about the looks, that's more about the speed, but the Genesis, it's more about the looks, and it gets them. It gets them for sure. All right, guys, today's video, nothing super exciting. I just wanted to introduce our channel, introduce our cars. We will do a walkthrough on Nate's car like I mentioned before, and you will see all of these cars on the channel getting some sort of work done to them. Hopefully not the ST, and hopefully not the Genesis, unless it's voluntary. But thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.